Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of... Oh, no, this is for the rest of 2024. I can't get it right today for whatever reason, but this is from whenever you watch it to the end of 2024. You have the Soul Family card. It says, prepare to meet those who share similar frequency level as you. You also have this Unlocking Solutions card. It says, through compromise, you will create the successful outcome you are hoping for. I feel like you need to compromise with yourself is really what that card is saying. As in, you know, it's like sometimes I think the way that we need to compromise with ourselves is just allowing things to be easier, or allowing something that we're working on to kind of have like a better flow. It's like, I think all of us, it's like we make things way too hard, you know, especially if you're like working on a business, or, you know, if you're trying to find love or whatever. It's like we all put too much pressure on ourselves. And I feel like that's what that card should say. I feel like that card is trying to say that you need to, give yourself some credit. You need to be kinder to yourself, right? And you need to remove some of the pressure that you've been putting on yourself, because you're probably making something out to be like way harder than it needs to be. And I think that would be a great practice for you right now. You have the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. The Lovers and the Three of Pentacles are, you know, great cards for just people. And again, it doesn't have to be love. You have that first card there says, you know, soul family on it. So even the Lovers can just represent a connection between you and other people, part of your soul family. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. So I definitely feel some of you are surrounding yourselves with better people, or, you know, people who lift you up, or who are kind of like more in alignment with your life, and that would be a great thing. Of course, there still could be love coming in here. I mean, you have the King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups so far as well. So the Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. And if you do want love, I do feel the end of the year, I feel, is great for love, just in general for people. And I literally said this at the beginning of the year in the 2024 reading. So I feel for a lot of you that there could be a new connection. I really like the King of Pentacles. You know, it could be an earth sign that's coming in for you, or a Taurus. But the King of Pentacles is someone who's serious. You know, he is someone who really puts in the work, you know, a person who wants something stable, who actually actively works to create stability in a connection, which is, you know, half the battle right there. So if you're looking for love, this looks good. I also think that this reading is going to be very good for your finances. So far, we only have two good cards, but I kind of just have a feeling that as we clarify, there will be better cards that even better cards that come out for your finances, because it just looks like you could be focused on, you know, stabilizing your finances, creating wealth. You also, actually, there's three cards. You have the Three of Pentacles, of course. And the Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people to make something successful will be really good for you. So Three of Pentacles, again, says teamwork makes the dream work. And I think anything you can do to work with other people would make things very successful for you. I also think that the Three of Pentacles is a really good card for sharing your work. So if you have been working on, you know, creating something that needs to be put out into the world, then the Three of Pentacles is just great for sharing. With the Lovers, what do you know? You have the Ten of Cups, family, right? Happy home, happy family. So, if you are kind of like working together in groups, or if you're making new friends, I think this is a great reading for that. You know, of course, this could also be great for love, or a new love connection, especially if you're like meeting a person who you have a very strong connection with, or if you're meeting a person, you know, that wants to have a family, you could also be doing that. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of drawing a line in the sand, putting up healthy boundaries. So if you are meeting a new person, I would make sure that you kind of express your boundaries right away. I think being very clear on boundaries up front is always a good idea, so that, you know, if they cross those boundaries, then they don't care. Plain and simple, right? So I think we could all get better at like ending things before it gets worse, right? And I think most people, me included, right, I'm far from perfect, stay in relationships that aren't working for way too long, right? And so I feel like the Seven of Wands is saying, you know, if you set those expectations up front and they break those expectations, you don't even have to leave them in an angry way. You can just say to yourself, you know what, clearly this person just doesn't understand my boundaries, and we're not going to work together, so let's end this right now. And again, that prevents you from having to get into some sort of big drama-filled, you know, explosion later on down the road. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely a new person, for sure. You know, if you want love, I feel you could be attracting an earth sign clearly into your life, or it could just be a person who has a lot of earth in their chart. And I feel the Page of Pentacles is saying this is just someone new. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this regret card and this reconnect card. I don't think you are going to be regretting anything. I do feel that you could be reconnecting with yourself. You have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. But not only that, you go down to the Nine of Pentacles. So you go from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups, like I said, is walking away from things that no longer serve you. And the Nine of Pentacles is about focusing on your independence and focusing on your connection to yourself. So really, I think that you're walking away from things that you have regretted, and you're just reconnecting with that reconnect card to yourself, like what your heart wants, what you expect out of life. The Eight of Cups is also the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it. We do have 2 eclipses, one in October. I think the other one's in November or whatever. And don't quote me on that, because I actually don't remember at this moment. But, you know, we have an eclipse season coming up. So you could be kind of like, you know, I kind of feel like you're setting things in stone by the time we get to like October. So it's like maybe you've been thinking about walking away from people, places, or things in your life. And it's like by the time we get to October, you're fully, you know, making the commitment to yourself. You have the Seven of Cups. I think that the Seven of Cups is you looking at all the times in your life where maybe you've made excuses for other people or situations. It's like, you know, I'm sure we've all had that story where like a boss is like, oh, I'll give you a raise in, you know, 6 months. But 6 months rolls around, we still don't have a raise, and they'll say, oh, I don't have the money. I'll give you a raise in 6 months. So it's like we are always waiting for something that's never going to show up, right? And I feel like the Seven of Cups, I get that feeling on this card, where it doesn't have to be work, but, you know, this could be anything, where it's like people make empty promises, or where you think that things will get better over time, but they clearly aren't going to get better over time. And we go up to the Two of Wands in the Chariot, and this right here would be you really taking control and saying like, no, like I'm going to make things happen for myself. I feel like that's the energy that you're getting into. We even go Nine of Pentacles to the Chariot, and you have the Two of Swords in between. So you're like, maybe you're not really sure what's going to happen if you do this, but I feel like you are really, the reading is saying you are taking very strong control over your own reality. It's like that the Seven of Cups, I'm not getting any traditional Seven of Cups stuff off of it. I feel it's more saying that you are the one that's going to make things happen. And the Nine of Pentacles also kind of says that you are the one that is going to make things happen in your life, and you're not going to leave things up to like chance or to someone else's you know, whims or whatever you want to call it. So I feel the Nine of Pentacles is you deciding that you have the power and the energy to do that, and the focus, and you're creating a much more strong environment of success. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is all about your environment. She has this snail right here, and snails wear their homes on their backs. So the snail on the Nine of Pentacles is about creating an environment of success. And you're just saying to yourself, you know what? If I'm in a job where my boss won't give me a raise, I have to leave because I need to be in an environment of success. And same thing with love and everything else in your life. I really just feel that you are kind of like standing up for yourself in that way. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, I think you are realizing that you are in control of changing your own fortunes. The Wheel of Fortune is an action. We have to double down on the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff with the Wheel of Fortune. That's how we get the wheel to spin in our favor. That's how we take control of our destiny. And I feel this reading is pretty simple. I think it's just saying that you are taking control of your destiny. With the Seven of Cups, you have 2 cards apparently. You have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Wands. So you have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Wands here as well. We go up to the Two of Wands, and you have the Knight of Cups here. So this could be you taking control of your life. And by taking control of your life, what are you doing? You're putting out the energy of being in control. Guess what happens? Then you attract a person who is in control of their life. So again, just by you living, you can attract the things that are in control. Same thing with work or business as well. When you don't accept less than you deserve, and you say to yourself, you know what, no, I'm going to go looking for something else, you're basically signaling to the universe that you deserve more. And I kind of feel these 2 cards here are saying that you are sending off the correct signals, which is great, because when we do that, we get what we want. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about planting seeds in a new direction. He has all the knowledge and wisdom he needs to be very successful. All he has to do is plant seeds in this field behind him, and they will grow. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you are planting seeds behind you, or you're planting seeds in a new direction in life, and this is allowing you to get what you want. So Really, really nice energy here for you, Sagittarius. You have this in the area of messages from your future self. You have this unicorn card. It says good fortune and good friendship. You have the sun card. It says your perseverance is being rewarded. So your hard work is kind of paying off here. And clearly there are good fortunes coming into your life. I feel that these good fortunes are coming in because, again, you have like taken control over your life and you're doing the things necessary to make things happen. That's really what I feel like this card should say. You have the Two of Wands, Two of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. The Two of Wands, again, is about taking the lead. He is standing at the top of this castle, and something behind him is complete. You know, this wand, it stands on its own, but he's grabbing forward to this new wand, which would represent like a new adventure, a new experience, or, you know, a new relationship or a new business or whatever new thing he wants to create. And he has the whole world in his hands. So the world in his hands says that he needs to be, or he is open to the adventure. Again, he has completed something. Really the story is that he has rushed to a finish line and he has completed this castle that he's standing at the top of. But, you know, the true story is that he didn't enjoy the journey. He just rushed right to the finish line and he didn't enjoy the journey, so he thinks that all he has is what's in front of him, but really he has the whole world in his hands. So maybe you need to realize that, you know, there are a lot of different ways that you can accomplish anything that you're setting out to accomplish. You just have to explore and find new ways of doing things. Same thing with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, she is thinking this or that, basically for everything, but she has this new island behind her, and that new island represents like a third opportunity, or, you know, I call the Two of Swords my card of third place solutions. You know, everybody thinks this or that for basically every problem that exists, but, you know, all the best solutions are like third place solutions, which are maybe not even related to these two. It's like, you know, I don't really have any good examples, but like, you know, one example I can think of right now is right now everybody's worried about gas cars and electric cars, but like, what if there's something better where like our car could run off of our brainwaves or something like that, right? It says that everybody's is so focused on just two ways of doing things that they're missing out on the opportunity that could be 1,000 times better. And so the Two of Swords just reminds me, you know, if it were to come up in a reading for myself, to look for other things, to experiment, to play, to make mistakes, and learn different ways of doing things. If you do that, you might discover something that's even better than you originally thought. You have the Queen of Swords. I feel you see things clearly. You know, at the time of me recording this video, we're getting to the end of a Mercury retrograde. You might be watching it after that time, but if you're watching it during the retrograde, then, you know, the end of the retrograde is coming up. And of course, at the end of the retrograde, we typically get clarity on whatever it is that we've been working on, or whatever it is that we revisited, or whatever we've been doing in life. So I feel like you're just getting clarity. With the Two of Wands, you have the Sun. Amazing. Definitely you have the Sun twice. You have that card that says your perseverance is being rewarded, and you have the Sun. The Sun is a card of love, joy, happiness. It kind of makes the whole entire reading a little bit more positive. So again, I feel like you are kind of taking control of your destiny here and making it happen. With the Two of Swords, you have the King of Wands. Yep. You know, King of Wands is Aries, but it could be your energy. You know, this could just say that you are you are taking control, I'm at a loss for words today. Sorry, I didn't sleep very well last night, and so I'm at a loss for words right now. But you're being bold, confident, assertive is what I'm looking for. So I feel for a lot of you, you're really being confident. You know, he also has the energy of foresight. He can almost see the future, and he is a visionary as well. So again, with that Two of Swords would be visionary ideas. That would be the solution to the Two of Swords. She's thinking this or that, but there's a visionary idea behind her. So I think that you're just embracing that visionary energy. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Strength card. You have a lot of things here that kind of say you've been through a difficult period of time, or you put a lot of work into things that you've been working on, and now you're getting to the end of a long journey. So I think the Strength card is saying that all your hard work is paying off. All the work that you put in to accomplish things in your life you're starting to see a result. You could also be attracting a person who has Leo in their chart. You have the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune. Leo shows up in the bottom right-hand corner of the Wheel of Fortune. So again, some of you could be attracting a person who either either is a Leo or has Leo in their chart. I also feel like the strength card next to the Nine of Pentacles, that we have to focus on developing strength, because she is taming this lion, and that lion represents like her inner voice, her inner critic, her inner demons, but she is the one that is in control of those inner things. So I think you need to take control of your inner voice so that you can just be in control. And the whole entire reading is talking about control. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Moon Maybe card. It says intuition on it. You have this full moon. It says forgiveness on it. So a lot of you could be forgiving the past, which again, at the end of the retrograde, a lot of people do that anyway. So just very retrograde energy. I would definitely trust your intuition, especially with this Chariot. You know, the Chariot is a victory or success, which, you know, it's clear to me you're about to have some sort of victory, but, you know, it's also, it represents as above, so below. And these two sphinxes represent the mysteries of the universe, but they're not really attached to the Chariot. So he is having to trust like his inner voice, or, you know, he is having to trust that those sphinxes are moving the Chariot towards his goals or whatever it is he's trying to accomplish. And so there is like a little bit of trusting your intuition that goes into the Chariot. You have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor. I definitely feel for those of you that want love, that there could be love coming in for you. You know, this could be a person who really sweeps you off your feet. I feel like this is like a very lighthearted person. We have the Sun showing up right here, like this. And so this could be like a person who is more playful, more lighthearted. It's not like they don't take things seriously, I think, but I do feel, I get this energy of them coming off as not serious, but I don't think that's true. It's not like they're playing games or something like that. I think they're just more playful, and so you might be thinking to yourself like, oh, is this person serious or not? But I also think if you open your mouth and you talk to this person, they will tell you that they are serious. And I also think that you need to trust the evidence. I tell everyone, we have Pluto going into Aquarius. You know, down and dirty, Chris's crappy astrology here, that when Pluto goes into Aquarius, like one of the things I think we all need to do is really, really pay attention to what people say and then look at the evidence. If they say something, do they do it? If the answer is yes, trust the evidence. If the answer is no, they're a liar, plain and simple. So I would just make sure that you're paying attention. You have the Justice card. Justice can, of course, represent justice or things balancing out in your life, and I feel like you are bringing your life more into balance. With the Chariot, you have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card would represent equal give and take. And it would also say, you know, if you are entering into a connection with a person, if you put energy in, do you get energy out? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, then stop and have a conversation, right? So make sure that there's equal give and take in everything that you do. I also feel like a raise or promotion coming in for some of you. So Six of Pentacles can sometimes represent more money. And again, as long as your boss isn't like saying, oh, I'll give you another raise in 6 months, like we said earlier, then, you know, I think that some of you could be making more money. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Death card. The Death card would be like a change in your love life, and so there could be, I kind of do feel that energy of a person who is entering into your life to change your opinion about love. And I really feel that. Like, I literally feel a person could be changing your opinion about love, just like the way they love or, you know, what they do. So this looks like something that could be very good. This right here, these are the two pillars from the Moon card, and the Sun is coming up between those two pillars. So it kind of represents entering into a period of the Sun, which would represent like a period of clarity or being able to see through things. And you have the Sun here, so I think you're kind of entering into a Sun period. With the Justice card, you have the Magician. I always pull the card that the Magician is pointing to, which is this one right here. And this card says record. So it might be a good time for you to pay attention. You know what really stands out to me over the next like 20 years, I would say, with the astrology, is I think people need to pay very, very close attention to like what's working, what's not working. It might be a great time to record the things that you're doing in work, in business. So if you're like starting a business, it might be a good time for you to really pay attention and really run the numbers, right? Become like a data nerd. Same thing just in your life in general. general. It's like, are you working on things in your, like your health, for example, right? It's like people become like obsessed with diets. It's like pretty much every diet works. If people have lost weight on every single diet. People have gotten healthy on every single diet. But really what it boils down to is it's like what works for you. And I think that this is saying, are you really paying attention? Like maybe you're on some sort of weird ice cream diet, and it's like, but if you look at the numbers, if you run the numbers, when you get down to it, as much as you like the diet, as much as I would love to be on an ice cream diet, I know that it's not going to work, right? Because I've run the numbers, right? My ass only gets fatter on the ice cream diet. So I feel like that magician, that record card is saying run the numbers. You have the lust card, so there could be like a very strong connection coming in for you. I feel like there will be a lot of desire with a person as well, so there you go. You have this health card. Yeah, it's a great time to watch your health. Part of this Mercury retrograde is in Virgo, and so, obviously Virgo is all about health, and I feel that paying attention to your health is always a good idea. You have the harmony card, so you could be inviting more peace and harmony into your life. There's this big sun right at the top of the card, and you have the sun card like twice, kind of, because you have the sun oracle card and then the sun card, and you also have the sun on the death card. So the sun is clearly coming up for you. Let's see, didn't want that card. So you have this exaltation card, which is great. The exaltation card says the sun is shining on you. This card basically says the universe is blessing you at this time, so I definitely feel the universe could be blessing you. And finally, you have this generosity card, and I feel like you feel the universe is being generous to you. Like you feel like you are receiving a gift from the universe, or you feel like you are receiving gifts from above, or maybe you just feel like things are going more your way, and that could be great as well. But this looks really good, Sag, so thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.